Have you ever pondered what unexpected? There are truths underlying human behavior, and in this video, we're delving into sexuality. Dig into amazing facts about psychology that will astound you with its hidden vulnerability of routine behaviors to startling perspectives on relationships and sex. You'll find that we've got everything covered. Why routine gynecological visits are necessary are essential, the unanticipated advantages of orgasms, and even the real condom situation and their shelf life. Keep checking back because these facts are more than just fascinating. By the end of this video, it will change your life. You will have learned a great deal. That might enhance your well-being, relationships, and general health. Don't pass up these enlightening. If you haven't subscribed to Revelations, I advise you to sign up and turn on the bell to ensure you don't miss any previous videos. We start. I would be grateful if you like the video. You may assist me in moving forward. If you want, spread the somber word. The subject of this video, kindly leave a remark. First, if you don't, kindly leave a comment. Tell me the number 0 so I can make an improved video for you. So let's get started. Keeping up frequent visits to your gynecologists are essential to your overall health. Well-being and health are more than merely an ordinary task, but a significant act of numerous sections on self-care and empowerment. STIs, or sexually transmitted illnesses, are insidious and dishonest, silently lurking inside the body for long periods of time, usually lasting 3 to 5 years. The fact that STIs are silent is absolutely horrifying because it makes things quite challenging to identify and manage these illnesses. Without regular health examinations, the importance of gynecological examinations cannot be emphasized enough, and this is highlighted by alarming information from the National Center for Health Statistics. Their examination shows that roughly 5.8 million females in the United States has turned to the morning after taking an unprotected tablet. This startling statistic emphasizes sex. The frequency of dangerous circumstances that might result in a STI exposure. It functions as a potent reminder about the value of being watchful in preventative health care. Furthermore, it is essential to understand routine actions and their consequences on the sexual well-being of. For example, wearing high heels can change a woman's posture drastically, resulting in a 25% protrusion of her buttocks more than normal, even though this could be a desirable visual impact for some people. It is necessary to comprehend how such decisions can affect a person's health. The fashion's allure should never take precedence over. The significance of health is another. Personal consideration is crucial. Grooming habits, such as shaving the pubic area region, albeit being ubiquitous, can unintentionally raise the possibility of spreading STI. The ostensibly straightforward act of shaving can result in small abrasions and wounds that can act as points of entry for infection, which emphasizes the necessity of being cautious and mindful in every way of personal hygiene by remaining conscientious regarding routine gynecological examinations, being aware of the possible dangers connected to certain actions, and making deliberate choices about personal grooming can help you stay safer. Protect oneself against the unspoken risks of STI. It's important to adopt a proactive attitude to health that empowers you with awareness and making decisions that give priority to your health is your most important asset. So doing these actions is a deep manifestation of self-love, and respectful sex is a very potent and a natural cure that's frequently promoted as 10. This is many times more effective than Valium. Comparison highlights the significant sexual activity's potential effects on lowering tension and encouraging relaxation, As opposed to medicine interventions, SAX-TH is not only beneficial for relieving stress, while also stimulating the endorphins production, and oxytocin is referred to as the body's natural joy hormones. These substances play a part in a feeling of contentment, health, and even pain alleviation. Hence, frequent SAX can greatly elevate a person's mood. And the advantages of SAX for mental health go way beyond men's mental health. Getting at least one orgasm every day can greatly reduce the chance of prostate cancer development is a fact that, backed by a large body of research that emphasize the safeguarding advantages of ordinary regular ejaculation, is beneficial in eliminating carcinogens and additional dangerous compounds coming from the prostate gland, lowering the possibility of malignant growth, which is not merely a data, but a strong argument to give priority to having a healthy sexual life. Regarding sexual well-being and safety, it's best to maintain your Perform OMS fresh to assess the dependability of condoms. May not be as effective if they have held for an extended period of time, particularly if your significant other has been keeping them. For an unspecified, wallets containing period condoms for more than a month are especially prone to shattering because of continuous pressure. Wallets and friction heat being in intimate proximity to the body can expose condoms to pressure and body heat, causing the latex to deteriorate substance, which reduces their effectiveness and is more likely to malfunction when being used if you've had a condom sitting there around for a long time. It's preferable to throw it away. The typical duration of a latex condom's shelf life, typically 3 to 5 years, although variables like as exposure to air and heat pressure can drastically reduce this lifespan. Make sure to carefully verify the expiration date on the wrap, and make sure condoms are kept in a dry, cool environment to preserve their honesty, as well as sexual behavior, provides amazing advantages. For a 2010 study on cardiovascular health demonstrated that males who had sex at least twice a week, they can practically have this impressive risk of heart illness. This figure emphasizes the significance of keeping up a satisfying and active sexual relationship life, not only for sentimental and psychological advantages, but for physical frequent sexual activity and overall wellness, increases blood flow and decreases blood hypertension and improves cardiac performance. It is similar to a light exercise session where the heart rate rises, encouraging cardiovascular well-being, in addition to sexual aids in controlling hormone levels that can be advantageous for the general health by adopting an active and healthy lifestyle. Having SAX-TH can have many advantages, from alleviating tension and decreasing the risk of developing some types of cancer. Heart health by using condoms with awareness, security, and making sure they're kept appropriately and within their expiration date. You might additionally guarantee that your sexual experiences are fun and safe these days. Practices are not limited to preventing, but also about adopting a way of life that encourages general health, and taking control of your sexual health by remaining knowledgeable and making thoughtful decisions can result in have a healthy and fulfilling life. An intriguing study has discovered that the area of the brain is activated by SAX-TH, connected to falling in love. This indicates that the action of participating in having fulfilling SAX-TH can deepen emotional ties and fortify romantic relationships. The interaction between intimacy on a bodily and emotional level attachment is profound, showing how both physical and emotional sex are possible. A journey that strengthens the bonds between partners, jointly exploring more sexual. It's intriguing to observe dynamics. Approximately 75% of men regularly achieve orgasm during intercourse. This figure demonstrates a notable variation in male and female sexual encounters, frequently resulting in conversations around the orgasm gap and the value of reciprocal contentment in sexual partnerships. that acknowledge this discrepancy can facilitate increased communication between partners, efficiently regarding their requirements and aspirations that promote a more satisfying sex-fuel partnership for both parties. Erogenous nipples are well known. Zones, and there's an intriguing explanation for it. Underlying this feeling of hardness, the nipples go to the same area of the brain as vaginal sensations, clitoris and cervix. The common neural route indicates that nipple stimulation can increase the pleasure and arousal of sex-fuel activity, incorporating an additional layer into the complex and human being's complex nature, sexuality. New mothers frequently encounter special difficulties in getting back to school their sexual lives, but physicians generally suggest a 6-week waiting period following giving birth to a kid before having intercourse. Many new mothers feel prepared to engage in have sex before the recommended time. Length of time. This readiness can be impacted by a number of things, like as emotional condition, physical recuperation, and the wish to establish a close relationship with their new parents, and their partners must communicate candidly and pay attention to their bodies, making certain that any resumption of sexual the activity is cozy, and the role of consented hormonal influences is important part in forming sexual. For example, actions and preferences. Higher testosterone levels in women may discover that they are more drawn to masturbating as opposed to having intercourse with someone else's. Greater propensity toward one's own enjoyment can be linked to the part testosterone plays in driving a sexual wish. To comprehend these hormonal effects can improve people's lives, manage their sexual inclinations and sexual aspirations that promote a more genuine and gratifying sexual experience. In the end, the complex relationships between physical and hormonal and emotional components of sex influences and the distinct experiences of everyone makes a contribution to the rich human tapestry, sexuality. By acknowledging and recognizing these subtleties, people and couples can improve their sexual open relationships and good health. Self-awareness in communication and a readiness to investigate and comprehend one's aspirations, in addition to their relationship, are essential to a happy sexual life festival. Attendees frequently give priority to activities like doing drugs or drinking and watching the performance while having sex. They made large financial payments. Attending this behavior demonstrates the festival's diverse appeal, where the hedonistic and social elements can occasionally eclipse the main live allure. Overall, the ambiance at these events may be thrilling and uplifting. Individuals to look for enjoyment and relationship in a variety of ways, while part of the entire festival encounter. This can occasionally take away from the pleasure of the actual. When speaking about sexual well-being and health, it's crucial to acknowledge that certain sexual women's dysfunction can result from concerns with the appearance of social influences on their genitalia, and unrealistic ideals of beauty can contribute to the impact of these emotions, self-worth, and sexual. It is essential to embrace contentment, body positivity, acceptance, and love your body in its totality. Of gaining self-assurance in one's own body might result in a more contented and pleasurable sexual encounter without from the limitations of insecurity. And sexual activity is judged by society, and experiences differ greatly among respondents. Based on a survey of women between the ages of 20 and 59, report having 4 sexual partners on average during over their lives, whereas men report 7 on average. These figures provide an overview of the many sexual adult histories that reveal personal decisions and encounters influenced by social, cultural, and personal elements. That comprehend these trends can encourage a more tolerant and open discussion regarding sexual health and relationships. Are an intriguing subject. Calculates that roughly 15% of women have had orgasmic experiences during exercise. This phenomenon sometimes known as a coregasm, takes place when exercises that work the muscles in the core, like cycling, abdominal exercises, or lifting weights. The relationship between sexual pleasure and physical effort highlights the intricate complexity, the interconnectedness of human nature body, where sexual and physical well-being are frequently combined, the many experiences and actions pertaining to sexuality, from festival treats that promote body positivity. The joy brought on by activity create a vivid and diverse depiction of human accepting and comprehending sexuality. These several elements may result in a more comprehensive strategy for sexual health. Regarding well-being, it motivates people to examine and value their bodies. Talk honestly with partners and look for happiness and contentment in ways that are significant to them by creating an setting of self-love and acceptance. We can encourage more fulfilling and healthy lifestyles. Sexual encounters for everyone, based on a shocking 2008 sex therapists survey during the course of duration of sex, can significantly impact the contentment and delight of the have sex for just 1 or 2 minutes. Minutes is frequently thought to be too short. Perhaps leaving both partners unmet and yearning for more relationship and enjoyment are sufficient. 3 to 7 minutes hits a balance by providing just enough time to develop closeness and arrive at a fulfilling climax for many, but long-lasting 7 to 13 minutes are regarded as suitable and appealing, giving plenty of time for deep connection and reciprocal foreplay contentment, which is interesting to observe that if the 30-minute ACT is extended, or additionally, most people think it's too long, possibly as a result of physical fatigue or reduced sensitivity and amazing adaptability of sexual pleasure for women, is emphasized by the reality that certain women able to get an orgasm from the breast stimulation alone. This outstanding ability highlights the variety and female sexuality's complicated character, where various erogenous zones can offer strong enjoyment, which is evidence of the significance of investigating and being aware of one's body and conversing with a companion to learn new realms of intimacy in contemporary partnerships. The application of vibrators has grown more typical, improving sexual encounters and pleasure. A noteworthy 37% of women said utilizing a vibrator on a daily basis with their sexual partner while intercourse, as this figure highlights the increasing normalcy and acceptance. Using sex toys as instruments to improve intimacy and enjoyment, the incorporation of vibrators can add a fresh perspective to sexual encounters that strengthen relationships and increased contentment for partners on a more unexpected and extreme. The biggest penis ever measured is an incredible 18.9 inches long. Although this could appear to be a source of some owners are either proud or fascinated of this unprecedented extension, has stated that it has destroyed his life. This viewpoint illuminates the frequently disregarded difficulties and discomforts that may result from severe physical characteristics that serve as a reminder that bigger doesn't automatically mean better. It only emphasizes the significance of empathy and comprehension when taking into account the varied experiences of people, the length and caliber of intercourse, the possibility of experiencing a variety of pleasures, as well as the acceptability of sex toys. Vital responsibilities in creating satisfying sexual encounters. By comprehending and accepting these elements as individuals and couples, can improve their closeness relationships that result in more fulfilling and deep connections. The narratives and data pertaining to human sexuality serves as a reminder of the significance of self-awareness and empathy in communication in our sexual encounters. As per a startling study carried out in 2010, and remarkably, 1/3 of British people reported suffering an injury connected to sex at some time in their lives. This, a startling statistic, highlights the the crucial value of mindfulness and secure when engaging in private activities. The fervor and enthusiasm of the instant can occasionally result in unexpected and excruciating repercussions. It is imperative to give priority to dialogue and reciprocal agreement to guarantee that both partners feel safe, at ease, and safe by creating a setting where both people are able to communicate their wants. Given limits, the possibility of harm can be greatly decreased, opening the door for a more satisfying and pleasurable Saxthul discover fascinating anal saxth tops. The most coveted Saxthul deed on the list among hetero-Saxthul guys. This fascinating preference could be impacted by several elements, such as natural curiosity and the appeal of taking part in something seen as new or forbidden, and the distinct bodily sensations. Because in examining such aspirations, it is essential to approach them carefully. Mutual consent and appropriate planning, candid and open dialogue regarding desires and limits, in addition to the application of sufficient lubricant and mild methods, can guarantee a joyful and secure encounter for both partners. Adopting these techniques can change a potentially intimidating encounter into one of intimacy, trust, and sharing. Contentment is an essential component of Saxthul. Keeping oneself clean is essential to wellness. Behaviors, particularly following Saxthul activity. One important piece of advice is to urinate as quickly as possible to assistant. After Saxth, avoid UTIs, urinary tract infections, by urination's AC helps remove any potentially introduced bacteria during intercourse, thereby decreasing the possibility of creating an illness that is both easy to use and efficient. Practice can help one defend against the pain as well as possible issues connected to UTI. It's a tiny, useful action that can have a significant distinction in preserving SAXT, whole well-being and health, although it's not unusual to discover you can't urinate right after intercourse as a result of, when an orgasm occurs, an hormone that briefly inhibits the production of makes urinating challenging. The body's natural reaction to demonstrates the intricate relationship between joy from Saxthi and physiological serves to demonstrate how the systems in our bodies are interrelated. The elegance of this physiological response serves as a reminder of the complex and the human body's harmonious design. Because each function is intricately connected to improve overall health, the orgasmic journey can differ significantly from person to another, especially between women and men. While it might be simpler for many men to reach orgasm during Saxthul activity, just 18% of women report experiencing a vaginal orgasm. Penetration on its own during intercourse with a partner. This figure highlights the significance of investigating various techniques for communication and stimulation to guarantee that both partners are able to feel content and delight in acknowledging and accepting the distinct routes to enjoyment. For every person can result in a more satisfying and inclusive Saxthul encounters. Partners are urged to exercise patience, focused and imaginative, cultivating a deeper both physical and emotional relationships. Comprehending the complexities of female fertility are also vital for family and Saxthul health. Planning a woman's egg after ovulation stays viable for a full day or two in. However, a man's sperm can endure inside the female body for a maximum of 48 hours, and in certain recorded instances, live sperm have been found for up to 8 days following intercourse. Thus, even if Saxthul activity takes place a few days prior to ovulation, it is still possibly possible of conception. Hence, it is crucial to keep these timeframes in mind when pregnancy planning or prevention. Knowing these windows for fertility can encourage people and couples to make well-informed choices regarding their reproductive health in the human world. There are many interesting facts about Saxthuality. and significant factors derived from the frequency of injuries associated with sex and the appeal of certain sexual behaviors to the post-coital hygiene practicalities and the intricacies of orgasm in women regarding fertility, there's a lot to discover and appreciate by remaining knowledgeable and mindful of our personal demands, as well as we can cultivate those of our partners. Healthier and more satisfying sexual encounters, mutual respect and communication, and a readiness to investigate and understanding one another's body is essential, helps strengthening closeness and preserving sexual health. By accepting these values might result in a more fulfilling, a happy, interconnected life where sexual health and contentment are praised and given priority. Some women encounter the similar exhilarating excitation feeling when considering eating as they do throughout sexual activities. This fascinating intersection of one explanation for cravings is the brain system of rewards, where the expectation of enjoyment of excellent cuisine and